All right. We back in the building. We back in the building. Salute to everybody that's here. You already know I'm Blue Devil. You guys are watching the Hater World. And today we are bringing you what everybody has been waiting for: Little Grifo versus Lil Weirdo, the battle of the 619. Now I will tell you, bro. Listen, I rock with Lil Weirdo. He been solid with me since day one. I ain't got nothing bad to say about the young homie. I asked him to pull up. He blessed me with a podcast, and the homie recently told me he'll pull back up. So Lil Weirdo is good in my book. Now, if you ask me about Little Grifo, I will give you a quick backstory on Little Grifo. And again, I'm giving you guys everything and anything that's out there in the media without putting in extras on it. All right. Little Grifo came up to my podcast right after King Little G. All right, blessed me with a podcast. Salute to that homie. Uh, but after he left, he went on the Mr. Criminal podcast and said a few things about me. Why? I don't know. All right. But then uh, later, you know, tapped in. So maybe he forgot or maybe he didn't mean it. I don't know. But it's been off and on since then. Now, I recently invited him on when I seen him get out of prison. He was with OTR and DJ Flip. He was doing his thing. And when I see homies doing their thing, I like to keep that momentum going, bro. And people tend to think that I'm reaching out because I need you or I need someone. You know, remember the Cholo Juan situation? He was at no jumper. He was moving. I said, let me hit the homie. Come over. We'll keep you moving. That's what I like to do. But a lot of people look at it like, you need me. So again, I seen Grifo out of prison, moving around, and I said, let me invite him. All right. Now I'm not gonna tell you what he said or what you know why he hasn't came up here, but it's not on the internet. It's in the DM, and I keep those DMs respectful. You know, for the privacy of the people when they're talking, whether it's me and him or a group chat. I'm not the one to be messy, unless you're Mr. Criminal and you're a rat. All right. Uh, but other than that, I will tell you that I don't know. I just seem to like Weirdo more because Weirdo is more down to earth and the homie doesn't feel like he's Hollywood. All right. I'm not saying Grifo does. I'm only telling you from my experiences. Now you take that how you will. All right. But check this out real quick. We about to watch these videos of Grifo crashing out, Grifo being disrespectful towards Weirdo, Weirdo's mom, and Weirdo's brother. And we also gonna watch a video of little Grifo getting gangster with it, getting jiggy with it, out there, squabbling, bro. Getting active. When you a gang member and you come from the streets, activities like that are gonna happen on the daily. All right, but very quick. Look, I need everybody to hit the like button real quick. Do me a solid, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And when you do subscribe, bro, there's a little bell. Make sure you click on the bell, and there's like 4 options. Make sure you click on all, ALL. That way you're notified every single time we drop content, which is once a day. But tomorrow, starting the 1st, we're going to go hard and drop 2 or 3 times a day. Now, look, I know a lot of people don't like me, bro, but I don't know why. I don't do nothing to nobody. I'm dropping content, doing my thing, and if you don't agree with my point of view on this video, it's okay. We're men. You might not agree to this one, but you'll agree to the next one. Now, cut out all that little crybaby shit, bro, and let's get to the content, bro. Let's get to the entertainment. We're not here to gang bang. We're not here to be tough. That's for the streets. All right, we here to drop content, entertainment, footage, whatever, right? But all right, with that being said, let's get to the video. Little Grifo fighting. Now, I can't play the whole clip. I can't play the whole clip because it is them fighting, and I do not want to get no copyright or anything like that, all right? So I'm going to do the best that I can. All right. We are back in the build. Wrong video. Hold on. I'm going to give you, here it is right here. All right. Ooh. Now, I will tell you, somebody already dropped the entire footage. All right. Like the whole content of the whole squabble, it's already out there. Who got it? I don't know the homie's name, but Opina's always talking about him. Uh, he like Weirdo's manager, I think. All right, I forgot. Okay, now look, I'm not gonna play it, bro. I can't play this, but I could play the next one. Okay, let me. Oh, now look, I want to say this. When you in the streets, that's allegedly that's Grifo in the black. Allegedly. Allegedly. That's Grifo in the black. Now look, I want to make this clear, bro. When you're in the streets, street activities happen. I forgot how rugged. No, I didn't forget. But I forgot how many problems are in the ghetto, right? And the reason I say I forgot is because I don't live in the ghetto. I don't really visit the ghetto. I already did my term in the ghetto. I've already moved on from the ghetto. Right now, I hit Mount Vernon and no, yeah, well, I was on Mount Vernon, but I stopped to get gas on G Street and Fifth in San Bernardino, which is the ghetto. All right, and I don't go there, bro. I don't go there. I stay to the business side of the city, right? And there were like five homies outside, mad dogging. There was dudes outside looking for cans, prostitutes walking around, right? And then there was a dude that asked me to give him a jump. Bro, I'm trying to get the fuck out of there, homie. You know, not that a motherfucker is scared, but you avoid places like that. You avoid situations like that. You get what I'm saying? Do you understand my drift? Okay, so I got my gas. I helped a fellow homie out. And I went to a store because I was getting my nephew some, and somebody recognized me on Mount Vernon, which is the hood. Solo dolo, you know. Salute to the homies that I saw. But what I'm trying to get to is this. When you're outside moving around, when you're doing things, people are going to see you, right? And if you got a lot of enemies, people are going to be able to touch you up. So if you got problems and people don't like you, then you need to learn to move differently. That might be staying out the hood. That might be grabbing a couple of homies to roll with you. That might be upping security. That might be grabbing a pistola. Because if not, you're going to have to fight. Now, from what I know, the news that I heard, Grifo was at the event with that is hosted by Mr. Little One, Chicano Fest, which I wasn't invited. I don't know why Blue Devil was not invited to be a interview guy. I don't charge that much. But again, Grifo was there doing a a concert, right? He was on stage and he did his thing. But he was rolling solo with his wifey, okay? No entourage. And in San Diego, if you have not heard, Little Grifo got a gang of problems. If you from the streets, you done heard it. Now again, I'm only giving you info that's already out there. I'm not adding or giving you my feelings because I know people get mad when I input my own shit. So Grifo didn't roll thick. He was in a city that he's not loved. And some people saw him and a squabble commenced. Okay? I don't look at it like Grifo lost. I don't look at it like whoever the other guy is won. I don't. I look at it like, hey, when you're from the streets, you gonna fight, you gonna shoot, you gonna kick, you gonna stab. Those are things that are gonna happen, bro. All right. Now, Word on the street is that Grifo's chain got taken, and the chain that he's trying to produce and show everybody that that's his wife or the girl's chain. It's not his. Now, I have the real insight, but it's not on the internet, so I'm not going to put it there. I'm not a whack 100 where I'm going to give it to my team, have them leak it, and then I'm going to grab it from there. No, that's not me. I'm not a dirtbag and say, oh, I heard that this happened and put out fake allegations. No, I know what happened directly from the people that did it and the people that were there allegedly, right? But I'm not gonna put it out because it's not out there. I'm gonna keep giving you what you guys already saw. All right. So again, I don't think Grifo lost. I think Grifo handled his business. I think whoever was on the other hand really handled their business. Okay, we all win some, we all lose some. You know, you're not always gonna win, bro. You're not always gonna listen, bro. I was undefeated on this YouTube back and forth until somebody fucked up my record and caught me slipping. It happens, bruh. It happens. You know, it's those little weird ass kids on the internet that are running their mouth that don't understand how the streets work. Everyone's takes a loss, homie. Even the greatest boxers of all time take a loss, right? But look, let's get to the second video. And the reason that we mention Little Weirdo is because Little Weirdo mentioned himself. He came out with videos talking about where your chain at, cuh. So I don't want people to say that we are adding.
DJ Flick, shout out to OTR, man. We're going hard, man. You know, hey, shout out to the free promo too, man. Hey, you don't go what? Yeah, let's do it, man. Fuck your dead brother, you a bitch. Your dead brother, he a bitch. You know, watch this. Your dead brother, he a bitch. I got nothing but fucking hundreds on me, you fucking stupid ass fucking kid. You a fucking kid to me, bro. We fucking find out where your mom live and it's over, bro.
Very dangerous, bro. Very dangerous. Let me find out where your mama stay, and it's over. Now, people sent me this and said, bro, he's dissing Weirdo's mom. No. He's not. At least my perspective, he's dissing Weirdo, saying, let me find out where your mom stay, because I know you're going to go there, or I know you live there. And it's over. That's how I took it. Now, could I be wrong? Of course. Of course. But mentioning someone's jefa is never good, bro. Now, look, I get when I'm on the YouTube live and there's people dissing me, I diss their moms. But I'm going to tell you the difference, bro. I go, F your mom, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, I do it. But I'll tell you why I do it. It's username 3694213 level 10 soldado at yahoo.com. They're nobody. They don't have a face. They don't have a real name. They don't have an identity. Now, yeah, of course it's a real person, but only they know who they are. So if they're stupid enough to think that the world knows that I'm dissing them, then that's on them. But to anybody that's ever showed their face and said, hey, my name is Dreamer from fucking so-and-so 13. I'll never do no shit like that, bro. I'll never disrespect them. I'll never disrespect their mamas, their daddies, their brothers. I don't get down like that, homie. That's one thing that I stand by. We don't do that. But if your username 213 locotes, I don't give a fuck. Show me your face. Ooh, all right then. Take all this and some. All right, but let's continue.
What the fuck you mean? You took what? Bitch, you didn't take shit. Shut the fuck up, bro. You fucking... Bro, I swear. swear to God, like I'm not even lying. Let me say one more thing before I get off this shit. Watch this. I'm gonna say this shit. Watch this. I'm gonna say this shit really quick. Watch this. This fool weirdo. I don't know why he's trying to fucking post me and shit. This fool was crying.
All right, so look. For those that don't know, the Weirdo and Grifo beef goes far back, bro. It goes far back. I have a podcast I did with Grifo. Click on it right here, bro. All right, we're at the what? We're at the 15-minute mark. Click on it right here. Go watch it. He talks about Weirdo, King Little G, Sad Boy, and other people that he has beef with in the industry. All right. This is what I take from Grifo. Grifo reaches out to you to want to work with you, and the minute you charge him or you shine him off, it becomes a problem and it becomes beef. That's what I've dissected from all his beef. That was the beef with Sad Boy. That was the beef with King Little G. That was the beef with Weirdo, and it's probably gonna be the next beef that he's in. You know, no hard feelings, bro. I had somebody last night reach out to me that I've been trying to reach out forever. And he goes, "Hey bro, I just seen your pod. Tap in." And you know what made him see my pod? The Coyotes skit that I did yesterday. That's all it took. I never dissed a fool after he denied me or he ignored me. I said he'll come around. Just work hard, bro. Everything will fall on your lap when you work hard. Fuck everybody. You know, if I could give Grifo some advice, just fuck everybody, bro. Get a team and put it together and get cracking. But again, sometimes it's hard to put a team together if you ain't got a team to put together. Don't let that go over your head. But again, we don't know if Weirdo did this. We don't know what the fuck is going on. We just know that Weirdo was taunting him, you know, and telling him that's not your chain. And I sent the goons, blah, blah, blah. Who knows, bro? All right. But again, Weirdo been to prison. Grifo been to prison many times. I believe he's been mainline GP the entire times he's been there. So what can anyone say, bro? It's just part of the lifestyle. So to all you kids watching, if you're not ready to fight, die, or go to prison, or shoot, or be shot, then be very cautious of the choices you make in life. Because one choice to join a gang, you might be flat out like a pancake after being knocked out, or you might be in prison after smoking the enemy. And if that's a chance you want to take, then go ahead and join a gang. All right, with that being said, salute to Grifo, salute to Weirdo. Hopefully, none of them get in their feelings. And with that being said, I'm Blue Devil, and we out.